Hey guys, so welcome back. Sorry, I just wanted to go on here today and talk about changing your life around. And even if you think it's too late, it's really never too late. I know it's a really cliche thing to say, but if you don't have the will to change, you're not gonna change. If you don't have the motivation to change, you have no desire to change, you won't change. You watching this video, you're not gonna change. Let's be honest here. It might be a little harsh, but you actually have to act and not just keep scrolling on videos about people changing their lives around, thinking that that's going to be you one day. Don't say, I'm going to be skinny one day. Oh, I'm going to be fit one day. I'm going to be this one day. What are you actually doing in order to achieve that? Let's be real now. Anyway, let me just start by saying that in order to really change, which you are changing every single day, you're never the same. Your mood always fluctuates. Your interests always fluctuate. Everything is constantly changing. But there are things in your life that you do have a control on. There are things in your life that you can control, and there's things that you cannot control. So instead of looking at the things that are out of your control, focus on the things that you can control. Focus on your body, on your health, on your mental, on your thoughts, and what you put to the world, what you bring to the table. Stop thinking that, life just didn't choose me. That's such a simpleton thing to say, to blame and put excuses out in order to make yourself feel better. So this brings me on. No one actually cares about your life. This may be harsh, but no one cares. No one's watching if you succeed or if you fail. Our lifespan is less than 100 years. So instead of sitting here thinking and making the opinions of others decide how you feel about yourself, take that away from you. When you start deciding that the way you perceive yourself is based on how other people view you, that's when you start chasing validation, decreasing your own self-worth. So leave that behind. Delete social media. Stop wasting your time on things that don't even matter. Stop watching how other people live their own lives. So the first thing you should probably do is get in shape. Get a gym membership. It puts you out there. When you're stuck in an incubator of self-isolation, then you start losing your social abilities. And when you go out to the real world, you forget how to actually speak. So put yourself into social places. Put yourself out there, even when you don't want to. Because being social is a key part of human nature. This is just who we are. Yes, your excuse may be, I'm just really introverted and I need time to myself. Yes, obviously people need time to themselves, but not to the point of self-isolation. Going out socially is also a form of self-love and self-care. So this brings me on. Do 3 to 5 important tasks every single day. You have to do things that you don't want to do. If you know that you have to get a certain project done, force yourself to put this on your to-do list for the day and do that project. Doing tasks every day are just going to compound every single day, and you'll feel like it's not even a thing that you have to force yourself to do. At the end of the day, you start off with forcing yourself, but it develops into something a habit. In order to form a habit, you have to force yourself to break it or to build it. So find something that you want to stick to for at least 30 days, like let's say a yoga class or an art class, or going to the gym for 30 days, filming YouTube videos for 30 days and posting it. That's what I'm doing currently. I used to have a habit where I would start things, but I would never finish them. And this is exactly what I'm trying to break. So I'm forcing myself to go to the gym even when I don't want to. I'm forcing myself to post videos when I don't want to. I'm forcing to do my self biology revision. It's all about forcing yourself. And people are going to be like, you're just hating on yourself. You're just making your life more negative. No, I'm not. I'm making my life more positive. That's how self-love works. When you have self-love, you don't get self-love from looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're beautiful. You get self-love from doing things you don't want to do, because that builds your own self-respect. And you feel more confident, and you feel like you're doing things that other people are not doing. An important thing that I used to never do is presenting myself in a clean manner. I would go out, I would not care how I look, because I'd be like, why do the opinions of others matter? They don't. I'm like an independent woman. They don't matter. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do matter. That's literally the easy way into not getting any social interactions. That's the easy way of not building connections with people. Why would anyone want to speak to an unhygienic person? A person who doesn't take care of themselves? Because then it whether we want to admit it or not, our appearance reflects how we feel inside. Our appearance tells a lot about other people and about ourselves. So don't use it, other people just don't care. Other people just, the first thing when we look at someone is we judge them by our appearance. So build a positive impression first. And this is something that you can control. That was my first point. You can control how you look. You can control when you go into the shower. Another thing that I really struggle to do is I used to really be a people pleaser. And I still find myself catching this. That's going to be my next point. But I find myself that sometimes I can't say no to my friends when we're going out, even though I know that I have things to do. So I end up staying until 12 in the morning, continuing my tasks, which then really makes my my routine go down, and it like just compounds. So I had to really push myself and be like, no, like I'm not going out today, guys. Today I was supposed to go out, and I said, no, I'm not going out today. So yeah, it's really about learning to say no when you know that you have things to do. If you have nothing to do, go, which is probably not the case, but feel free to go out. So it's all about opportunity cost. What are you giving up in order to get something? Being conscious of what you do and how you act every single day and what goes inside your mind. A lot of the things we're on automatic thoughts. Normally we see something and the first thing that comes to our head, we don't even think about it. Sometimes you may question yourself. You're like, why is this the first thing that comes to my mind? But we don't really go into the reasons why. And this is why we have so many problems that are on the surface level, but we don't see what's below and why and what are the roots behind them. Why am I thinking like this? Am I insecure? Am I jealous? We don't know because we don't even think about it. Or you might do, but you just don't want to admit it to yourself because you want to live into your own perception of yourself that you're not even fulfilling. So it's really important to analyze your thoughts and what they could tell you about yourself, and that tells you what you could work on. Learning to think and learning to be your own independent version where you don't have to rely on other people. I know it's good to be independent, but it's good to also be an all-rounder. When we're constantly agreeing to things we don't want to do, when we're constantly being a people's pleaser, when we're not doing what we say we're going to do, all of these things decrease our self-respect and our need for validation increases. Okay, this is enough talk for today. I just want to go on here. Sorry if this was... Actually, I'm not sorry. If this was offending to anyone, then you probably should think about why this offended you, and then we can talk. Okay, that was a little harsh, but bye guys.